Welcome to the classroom, where we're going to be breaking down in depth a lot of the topics we're going to be discussing here at the Gifted Academy. For today's topic, we're going to be discussing the higher dimensions of reality and what's that all about. A lot of people out there already know what it is. A lot of the gifted already know, and the ones who don't know, we're going to break it down. I'm going to be breaking it down as much as I can. So if you have anything to add on, if you ever have anything to add on, leave them in the comments, please. I encourage the feedback. Whatever you have to say, leave them in the comments, baby. Open door policy at the Gifted Academy, of course. Because like I told you before, I'm just your fellow student who also is teaching you. But I'm also learning from the life, and the life is God. So God's my teacher, and I just teach you what he teaches me. But I'm also learning from God as well. So I'm also, so that's why I say I'm a student as well. I don't know everything. So please go do your own research. I encourage it. The only thing I'm doing is planting seeds in your mind for you to be able to do your own research and kind of give you a rope to climb up on. That's all I'm doing. I'm not here to save anybody. I'm not here for that. Most of y'all already know that. I'm pretty sure everybody should know that. But if you don't, I can't save everybody. I can't save anybody. Only thing I can do is give you the seeds and throw you the rope, and you do what you do. As Morpheus said in the Matrix, I can only show you the door, Neo, but to walk through is your choice. I'm paraphrasing. But anyway, let me continue this video. So here at the Gifted Academy, hold on one second. We about doing things that we want to do. I'm about doing things that I want to do as well. And I don't really get into the whole let me make an image thing. I love smoking weed. Jamaicans say ganja, whatever you want to call it, rah-rah, green. I love it. It is what it is. I love it. And I'm unapologetic about it, and I don't have to explain why I love it. So at the Gifted Academy, if you got weed, pull it out. Let's smoke. Now, some might ask, why can't you just wait till after the video to smoke? Well, smoke before the video. And the only thing I would say to that is, stop judging me. Leave all your fears and your biases at the door, please. As I said in the beginning of the video, I do this because I want to do this. Because I feel I want to do this. I'm not worried about what other people think of me. I don't do these videos to get attention. I do these videos to help people and help myself as well, and to see my progress on my journey, and to help others see their progress on their journey, or help them to start a journey, or help them, give them a finishing, or give them a piece that they need while being on their journey. So I'm not here to please anyone. So I do as I feel, and I hope that you respect that. Because if you don't, I'm sorry. The Gifted Academy ain't for everybody. People drop out all the time. So I want to start that off by keeping it real. Now let's get into our discussion for today. People ask, what are dimensions? I myself asked this question at one point. What are dimensions? Dimensions are different levels of consciousness, different levels of awareness, different levels of the mind. These are dimensions. In movies, we hear about different dimensions being in space. And space is really in the mind. A place that you look up, you see nothing, but yet you see everything. Same as the mind. When you quiet the mind, you see nothing, but yet you see everything. It's a canvas to build whatever you want to build. Same as space. I'll explain that in another video. But anyway, these are levels in our mind. Everything is in the mind. From these movies, they tell us different dimensions is here, there, and black holes. All of this stuff comes right back down to us, not something far off, but something to us. And so what I learned is that these dimensions they used to talk about in these movies, this is like I said, levels of the mind. So I wanted to go deeper. What is this? Let me go and do my research and find out what this is. As time was going, at first I wasn't even aware I was living in these dimensions already. I started off by when I came into the light, I came in as a Christian. I'm a Jesus follower. Simple as that. I don't like to get into debates about religion and all of this. I follow Jesus, and Jesus' teaching goes all over. The Bible can't hold my God. Let me just say that. The name Jesus even sheds off. That means nothing. What I realize is Jesus is me. Me. And what the Bible was explaining to you was a type of spirit from God that goes into man when man becomes his highest self. Meaning then he can go into his true nature, meaning then he can truly connect to God, source, universe. So when I say I have the spirit of Jesus, meaning I have a Buddha spirit. The word Buddha means enlightenment, one who's enlightened. So these words is deeper than religion. So that's why I say I came in following Jesus, the teachings of Jesus. Or Yahweh Shai, whatever whatever anyone may call him. So that already enlightened me to being on being awakened, as I call it. To something I never only thought about, going to heaven. I always fear God. That's of course, I always follow God. But now I'm like, oh man, I have my wake up, which I was playing, I'll do another separate video for that. And I have my wake up and, I follow the teachings of Jesus to a T. Everything he said, I started living or it started happening to me. I read the Bible front to back multiple times, front to back. When every single scripture I read, every single scripture in the whole Bible I read, every scripture, Old Testament, New Testament, connect them. They're the same one. All of this, Jesus was explaining himself in the beginning. The Bible, he was the spirit writing. So when I tell you I'm got the spirit, but the man, Jesus, I believe he is who he say he is. But the point being, the spirit of that man is in me. I know because what he explained and the things coming out of his mouth and the way he acted and the things in that Bible resonates with my soul. It makes it to a point of this is what I believe to, or this is what I know. This is what I do. This is who I am. This is who I am. And so that's when I say I came into my back to what I was saying, I came into my enlightenment, started realizing I'm living, and I realized we can make heaven. We can make heaven a reality. We don't have to die to go to heaven. I started understanding how the Bible is pretty much a metaphoric book, philosophy. But it was disguised superficially under dream stories, fairy tales. Then you make movies of fairy tales, and when people read the Bible, they like, I can't read this fairy tale stuff. It's the same as the kid movies, because we don't understand how they did this for us to say these things. Everything's been predetermined for us. Everything's been predetermined. Everything you know and do, even your name, was given to you. That wasn't really you. You just accepted it. When your parents first start calling you by your name, you didn't know that was your name. You just knew that was something to trigger you, that mom and dad wanted, either was going to give you some food, change your diaper. This is how you connected yourself to the name. So once you understand that the name truly isn't you, it changes everything. It changes everything. Then you can be able to understand how life isn't what it's made to be. This is a game. This is a game. And like any curious, gifted person, because I believe everybody's gifted, but I don't believe everybody's curious about who they are. I believe everybody think they know who they are already, and that's the problem, because you only know who you are according to the rules of the game. But who are you outside of the game? You don't know. Because I barely even all the way know. But the mission of life is to find that answer out. And that's why I say you have to be very curious to go deeply into wanting to even understand these things. That's why I say you have to be gifted in order to even want to go do research more on the things I'm even talking about. So this is why I say this place isn't for everybody. This place isn't for those who judge others. We're not here for that. We're here to change the world. Simple. By giving our energy to the world. The planet needs our energy. It needs us. We are who we've been looking for. To all my gifted and all my chosen, you know what I'm talking about. We are here. It's us. The people we're waiting to come, the spirits, the ancestors, the ones the Bible says and God says in these days, he'll call his sons and his daughters, the true worshipers, to restore the earth. We're here. They're us. We're free. We're free. We're finally free. Just to even be able to say you're free. When you thought you knew what freedom was, is a blessing. We're here. It's changed the world. We're creating the new heavens now. The heaven is here, baby. This is our dimension, our reality. This is us. The mind. We got to clean our minds. A lot of us are living on low frequency. We have to raise our vibration. Go do research on that. Let's raise our vibration. We got to get up. We've been tricked. We've been bamboozled. A veil has been put on our eyes. This is the third. When they talk about the third eye, this is what I'm telling you. Different dimensions in the mind. And it starts with loving yourself, learning, wanting to know what's going on, wanting to even know. Everybody don't care. Everybody don't want to know. And that's fine. Because we'll just say, as the word amen means, so be. It ain't our job to control people and to judge people. That's a different dimension. We got to raise above that. If somebody want to do wheelies on a motorcycle or do cocaine or do bike tricks off buildings, and I have no problem with anybody who does these things, by the way, but if they don't want to do that, so be. Even if I didn't like it, so what? It's not going to change them. So me knowing that, why even waste thoughts on this? And you only can be able to start to change yourself when you become aware of yourself. So that's why I say, when I became awakened, it's another word for being aware. When you hear the word I'm woke, I am aware. You have to become aware. And when you become aware, you should want to, change for the good. And even if something small, if you're aware of it. But a lot of us are aware of many things, like get better sleep, work out, make sure you jog, run, drink plenty of water. We don't eat junk food. But we are aware. We don't even no obligations of doing that. And this is the beginning of self-hate. Now, take what I just said. Look at your whole life. And what I just said, look at everything going on in your life. And tell yourself how much you hate yourself. And be honest. We have to be completely honest. You can't get out of these you can't get to other dimensions until you know yourself. You can't lie to yourself. That's why I said, don't tell it to me, to yourself. Think about how self-destructing you are to yourself. And then start thinking about how destructive you are to others. And think about what you do to others. And go face to face with those demons. These are what demons are. Not the fairy tale demons is hiding behind the refrigerator. Whoa, come man, no. And it's okay y'all think that. Well, no, it's not okay, but I understand because I did too. Because I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I wasn't woke. My third eye wasn't open. So become aware, man, and fight these demons in you. Be honest with yourself. So you can raise your frequency. These things got a hold on you, got you stuck in your ego, your downside. And you gotta fight these things, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's a battle every single day. And you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, moving on. So, give me 1 second. I got some notes over here written down. I wanna make sure I got everything I want to say in my head, but it's so much I don't want to jump off topic. And I'm still new at, I don't want to say teaching, explain these things to you guys. So I want to make sure, I get a little bit organized. Not that it matters to anyone, but it matters to me. So, how to reach higher levels of dimension or higher levels of consciousness. You got to become aware of your thoughts. That's first and foremost. Become aware of the things you are thinking. You're going to have to ask yourself, why am I thinking these things? For what? What are these? What? Then you can become aware. You begin to clean yourself. Become aware of your thoughts. Everything you think, feel, and say becomes your reality. You create your own reality by your thoughts, according to what you think, say, and how you feel. Simple as that. So you gotta ask yourself, how do you feel? What comes out of your mouth? And yeah. I'm sorry, I'm high, so it don't matter anyway. But so you gotta become aware of your thoughts. You got to. It's very important for you to become aware of your thoughts. Just the fact that I even told you create your own reality, that should spark your curiosity more to understand what's going on. Because I just told you the most empowering thing that you can ever tell someone. That you create your own life. You are source, or God, universe, whatever you want to call it, you are it. But you have to tap into the potential. And you tap into the potential by getting knowledge of self. Simple. Not knowledge of outside of yourself. Knowledge on how to make your life better. Because once you understand that if you can feel good, then you can be good. It's simple. And you got to become aware of how to make yourself feel good. You're not always going to feel good, but you have to know how to get there quickly, so you can stop panicking and becoming depressed. Because you'll know. You'll have emotional intelligence, as they call it. And don't get too caught up on these words. These are just science words. All of this stuff is explaining you. Simple. Only way you can explain feelings is by using words. So demask all of that and understand that every science is explaining you. But you don't know you, so of course you think everything is explaining everything outside of you is you. Is you. And we got to start understanding these things. And I know it's hard, and I know a lot of us don't even have the vocabulary to even comprehend a lot of these scientists. But I'm telling you, they're speaking the same thing about you and me and them. So when they say there's no God, they're really telling you it's them. But you've been so brainwashed in religion, you think this means a bad thing. And it's supposed to mean a bad thing to people who need to be controlled. Simple. You're not supposed to feel like God. Because if you do, then how can people control you? And it becomes so obvious that you laugh and say, duh, because it's simple. But yeah, I understand it's not. I understand it's not simple to grasp that simple thing. And all of these religions are telling us how to get to these levels of dimension, levels of consciousness, pureness. So it's all the same thing, the same message. You can hang on to at least the same message as peace and go from there. That right there connects it. So it ain't like somebody talking about this and that. It ain't peace. It's all peace. Go from there. Because it's a scary thing stepping outside of your belief system. It's scary going into the unknown. It's scary going into what you don't know can happen. But once you go slowly and you overcome it, man, your God kicks in. Your mastery of yourself. And once that happens, then the rest is what you make it. So I can tell you to go on diets, eat proper food, but all of that stuff don't matter. As long as you just get a balance in it. If you eat all that stuff 1 week, just reframe the next week, or 2, or 3, whatever. That's the truth of that. You don't gotta, I gotta stop eating everything. You don't. Everybody's body's different. What you might see works for one, since you don't know yourself, you think that probably works for all of us. Until you know yourself, then you say, oh, that don't work for me. Simple as that. You know these things about trial and error. We have to fail in order to learn. And we forgot that. That's the scariest thing. We forgot that as humans. That we had to fall off the bike in order to ride the bike. We forgot that. We had to go to school with our shoes untied and get yelled at by our parents until we learned. We forgot the nature of failing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna be honest, the word I use for it is spiritual amnesia. Like we just forgot who we are. And that's the truth of the matter. All of us. No color. No black, no white, no brown, no yellow, no beige. It doesn't matter. We're all gods. And these are just even words. What is a god? Human beings? What is that? So you see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be worried about things, because we don't even know ourselves. Why are we worried about everything other than ourselves? That's going to take us our whole life to even figure out who are we, and what can we deal with, and what can we go through, and what can we do by being aware. Our whole lives we go through these things, we're just not aware. Now what happens when you're aware? Now you're aware, you create your own life. What you do today will affect tomorrow. Whether you do your workout or you don't, even for me, it doesn't matter. It will affect tomorrow. And we just so used and taught and conditioned, screws in our heads to tell us we'll wait till tomorrow to do it. And tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and you see, and you know what you do. Simple as that. And you never get it done, ever. So once you're aware, for me, being aware that I create my own reality, that makes me put even 10 times more effort than I ever did. Just by knowing where I am now will affect where I am a year from now. And it's nobody's fault but mine. Simple. And once you can be able to accept accountability, then you can be able to be happy in your life knowing that you're not perfect. And that everybody's just like you. They just not aware. Then you don't have to hold grudges, because you can just be compassionate and understanding. By just understanding, they're just not aware of the stupid shit they do, or good shit, or whatever. They don't know. So why am I even wasting time being upset? It's stupid for me and them. And this is what happens when you become aware. And now you can just see how even those little things is what you probably need for your life. Because it's what I needed and what I need every day. There's so much, I would say, bad and good things. But again, those are words. So once you're over that, you're like, oh shit, me even saying shit, who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? And that don't mean I'm pissed. But this is what we've been conditioned to think. Shit goes along with these words. No, I just said shit. And that doesn't mean I can't speak English. Or I don't know, or I'm not smart. I just said shit. Or he does not smart because he speaks these words like I don't give a shit. I don't give a crap. It doesn't matter. Once again, so when you understand the good and evil, it doesn't really matter. Then you just get a deeper understanding of life. And life, nothing matters, man. Then you can truly see God's face, which is the life, which is you. The more you know yourself, the more you will see God, nature in you, expressing himself or herself or itself through you. You are him or her or it. You don't know it, so you're living in suffering. Simple. Because you reject him or it or her. You see how this is connecting? You're rejecting yourself. Simple. You reject the knowledge. Every religion tells you. God says, you reject the knowledge, I reject you. And this is what it's telling you. You don't want to know how to better yourself. Because you don't want to change. You don't want to change. And as humans, I don't know, it's something about change. And we don't like that. And we don't understand. We're gonna always what we don't like doesn't matter. What we like doesn't matter. It's not about what we like. And once you start thinking like that, you can understand, oh shit, somebody's shooting somebody over there, it's not my problem. And we've been conditioned to believe, oh well, no, it's not your problem. You have to just say so be. That doesn't mean you have to not care, but then again, you can't attach your emotions to everything outside of yourself. This is why you depend so much on everything outside of yourself. Because you're emotionally attached to this shit. You have to put your emotional on yourself first and let your actions help everybody. Don't try to do it with however you're trying to do it. Let your actions speak. You have to let your shit build up and let your shit run off. If you don't, if you change who you are, then how can you help anybody? It doesn't matter. Then you just turn to somebody who just talk that shit, as I call it, someone who just loves talking a lot of stuff they're gonna, shoulda, woulda, coulda done and do nothing. And at one point I was that person. A little bit, a lot of it doesn't matter. I was that person. Like everybody else. Simple. Until I said, no more talking shit. Or I won't speak at all. If I'm not doing shit, I ain't talking nothing. Simple. First level to self-mastery. Shut the fuck up. And just listen sometimes. That's the truth. And these religions are telling you that. You know that. This is simple. If God was in front of you, you even know sometimes he'll tell you to shut the fuck up. And we gotta listen to these things. This is being aware that we need to shut up. Let me be quiet. Why? Because what I gotta say truly doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck. Who cares? Not saying that you won't say it, but sometimes who would it harm? Would it harm them more than you, or what? What's the point of even saying it? Will you really give a shit? If not, then why am I even saying this shit? Because somebody gonna give a shit, and for what? So, this is the different levels of dimension I'm telling you about. They say scientifically there's 12. Now, I always tell people, they say a lot of shit. They said do this. They said go on this diet. They say a lot. What do you say? You don't. A lot of us don't even know what we say because we don't even know shit. Because we don't listen, you know? And that's the truth of the matter. Even for myself. It's the truth. And I'm getting better at everything. Or trying to. Will I ever be perfect? Who the fuck knows? It's only a word. So what is being perfect? Is it just... Who knows, right? Exactly. So that's why I say they say a lot of shit. Just off that, we've been told everything that they said. And that's why I think the journey began. I think that's what, I honestly feel that's what God created us for. To be lost, and then to be found, and then start life. That's what I think it's about. And you gotta go through being tested. You're gonna be tested through your fears, giving up, not believing in yourself, saying, damn, maybe I can't do what I'm saying, or maybe. And this is when you have to just trust. And do stuff over and over. Even in the beginning, you don't want to do it. Do over and over and develop a routine. So that way, when you do feel like days you don't want to do it, you're just so used to your routine, you just can't even stop. Or you'll really feel miserable. And this helps you, because then once you go to your go-to routine that you love to do, boom, that changes your emotion. Now you can be able to become aware of how you can change your emotions. And I know this sounds so simple. You think you already know it. Don't say that. Or you won't learn anymore. That's the problem we do now. We say we know this stuff, and that's why we don't know shit. Just take it, build more, learn more, stack more. I'm giving you the keys to the whole thing. All you gotta do is go open some doors. Or just cut the video off, watch it to the end, and just say, fuck it, go do what you do. But don't sit there and say, where is God? Because he's sitting right there in you, and you're not doing shit. So don't blame him. Blame yourself. Simple concept. Simple. Where is he? He's there. Where is he? He's in the birds. He's in the trees. He's in the flowers. He's there. All the religions say the God of the living. All the shit I just named are living. But the things we like to do, TV, video game, technology, is this shit living? Then ask yourself, are you dead or living? This is what I'm trying to tell you. That demasses Christianity right there. It's not no going to hell when you die. No, this is now. You are walking dead because you don't know life, because you don't know yourself. So you're just going with the flow through life. Accepting and telling other people they should do the same. Simple. Until someone who's, I don't even want to use the word woke, because I feel like people who call themselves woke usually judge other people who they call asleep. So they truly aren't woke if they're still judging. So let's get rid of that word. Once you are aware, then you can see, then you can step in and say, wait a minute, break chains. Wait a minute, y'all know y'all doing the same shit. People are like, oh damn, I've been doing the same shit. Then they become breaking chains. This is how you start. This is how you start. So when they say you can't change the world, truly you can. It starts with yourself. Simple as that. Anyway, let's move on. And again, I only tell you these things, I go off topic a lot because it comes from the heart. Yeah, I try to organize these notes, but I speak from the heart. That's why everything I can speak, I can really speak without the notes. Because I know I'll go off topic because I actually care. And I actually see how simple this shit is, but how hard it is. And I understand, and I'm with you. That's why I make these videos for you. For you. It's not about And that right there lets you know you are above all religions. You. What do you do with your life? That determines who you are. What do you do with your life? Depending on what spectrum you're on, then you'll see yourself in the religions. And it'll be an honest perspective of who you are, because you know you. Nobody else can say shit. You know you. So you'll know. And you have to face these demons, the stuff you run from. The you don't want to know anymore. You have to go meet him. And this is what bravery, courage, perseverance, resilience, all this comes in at. When you finally decide to go and talk to the guy, you become the master of yourself. But right now, a lot of us have little girls, little boys, they're running around in our heads loose, and we're scared of them because they did so much stuff growing up. And we never was able to step up and say, wait a minute, and go and confront them. I'm sorry what happened, this and this. And go talk to them. They want to know. You want to know what is going on, what is life. And you need to go confront them. And once you do that, I guarantee you, your whole life will change, because that will give you your first ounce of bravery with yourself. By just saying, fuck it. I don't care about that. Whatever. And just change, do new things. Or keep waiting till tomorrow and wondering why you feel so bad. This is why. Or why when other people smile, you get so mad or jealous or whatever. Or you're like, maybe they're rich. No, they just probably understand themselves. Simple as that. And that's why I say it's so simple. Rich or poor, if they probably understand themselves. We think everybody who has these characteristics are rich. I just explained to you how you have them in yourself. So who's worth more, you or the money? Moving on. So as I was saying, they said it's 12 dimensions. And we are currently living on the third dimension, which is materialism, survival, animal instincts, fear, anger. This is that dimension. This is how they control you. This is the dimension of not knowing anything. This is the dimension of you being purely in your human nature, not your higher self. And the fourth dimension is pretty much the wake up. When you finally, they say when your third eye opens, when you finally become aware. And you start off, going through different dimensions and different stages. You become aware, you become angry with the system, and you become angry with certain races or whatever it could be. You just become angry, but in a more spiritual thing. You're not angry, I want to go kill everybody. You're in the anger like you're just pissed. And you want to go out and start a revolution, have everybody pissed. That's the type of, that's what you'll go into starting off. And the key is to keep moving. Understand that you're learning yourself. Don't stop because you learned something about yourself. That's why I say, if you are chosen, you'll get through these hurdles. And am I chosen? I don't know. I have a lot of hurdles left. Who knows? I can maybe give up one day. Will I? I can't even picture it. Give up on anything. Give up on life. I've been too far down to even give up. So I'm still going. That's why I say it's a race. It's not even for us to even label ourselves these things. Then you can start seeing how we're all the same. All you think is important is for you to feel great about yourself. You feel how you want to feel. You want to feel like a king, a queen, chosen, gifted, that nigga, whatever you want to be. Good, but do it for yourself. Don't try to compare yourself. That's where we go wrong. Do it for you. Whatever gets you going. You look in the mirror like, man, I'm a fucking monster. Then I hope you got a good image of monsters. But anyway, so yeah. You got to keep going on this journey. Unlocking doors, don't stop. And that's the key. People get stuck in these dimensions. And the key is to rise through all of them. Start seeing how good you feel when you have positive thoughts. And from there, keep going. That should encourage you to stop doing more things you're doing that give you bad thoughts. Or stop thinking about it. And once you do that, you'll see, damn, I'm even higher. Man, it's a whole nother world. Just off how you feel. Creates the reality. You go somewhere you actually can live in the moment. And actually appreciate the moment. In fullness. And not thinking about yesterday or the next day. Oh man, I'm gonna be broke this weekend. It's only Monday. You already depressed. You're not even in the moment. You're probably talking or whatever. You don't even know. You're not even thinking about it. You're eating. You're not even thinking about the meal. And this is what happens when we get out of the moment. When we watch TV and all of these things, which I do. Do I watch it often? Not really, but I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying we get lost in the moment. We're not in the moment anymore. And this is why we're able to overeat and we're always hungry, because we don't have anything to stimulate us. So this is how companies like that make a lot of money off of us, by keeping us out of the moment. And once you can learn how to control people's feelings, you have them. Once you take the brain, the body follows. Simple science. Simple science. All of it, the whole body and brain. The anatomy, the neuroscience, body, the brain, equilibrium, body, flesh, whatever you want to call it. So that's why our religion says don't sow to these things, because you will reap death. Why? Because you will become lifeless, because you'll be connected to dead things. This is the science of the religion, besides all the fantasy stories. So this is what these things are explaining. You're going to die and go to hell. In every religion, they talk about a different hell. So different heaven, different hell. These are mind states. These are mind states. The religion part keeps you in fear. That's why the government even allows it. That's why they allow churches in the States. That's why they allow temples in Asia. Because they need people slave to the religion part of it. Keep them living in fear with no hope, then they'll become lifeless. And they'll buy all of the products and we can just control the shit out of them. This is the truth of the matter. It's the honest truth. And this is the behind the veil, the third eye open. Now you see. At first you couldn't see. Now you understand now how everything plays a part. Music, all of this stuff. This affects the chemistry in your body. The food, the pop, the candy, all this affects the chemistry in your body. For one purpose, to make you lifeless. Why? Because we don't understand ourselves. We don't understand that this stuff has no power over us. And this is why the gods in every religion says, if you dwell with me, you have no need to worry about fear or any evil speakings. Because you start understanding nobody has power over you but you. You're your own worst enemy. And you can't fight you, so of course you can't fight nobody outside. Only physically, and mentally you still lose. So you got to become aware of these things. This is empowering stuff, I'm telling you. This is stuff to make you throw your hands up and just say, man, my whole life I never knew this stuff. And of course you're going to say, why wasn't I taught this? This is beyond the point. The point is you have to go learn this. Don't worry about yesterday and not knowing it. Worry about tomorrow and things you know now. Simple. But yet, so difficult. So, as a great philosopher said, he said, birds born in a cage think flying is an illness. Birds born in a cage think flying is an illness. because they don't fly out of their cage. They see birds outside flying, they think they crazy. Why? Because whatever other bird, and I'm just being metaphoric, whatever other birds in that cage with is like, oh man, real birds aren't here. We get fed good. The humans take care of us. You see how this works? So they're accepting of their environment. They think that's life. So if another bird come in that cage, they'll tell that bird the same shit. Yeah, this is life. Until one day the bird from outside comes in there, and he's like, man, this is stupid. And you see how they will want to all attack him, or her, or it, the bird. Oh, what the hell are you talking about? That ain't real life. Oh man. And this is how it happens. And this is why those who are free have to worry about themselves and only help those who want to be helped. Simple. This ain't about saving the world. It's not about it. This is about those who are chosen to hear information and who process it and who apply it. I feel those are the ones who are chosen by God to receive God's message. Simple as that. Whatever God you want to say, doesn't matter. Same message. Understand my words. They are very pure. And in doing them, they will make you pure. And in being pure, you will be in life. It's simple. Everything you ever wanted, you'll get. And this is above money and all this material stuff. So please don't even let your mind go to that. The feelings you'll get is above that. When you feel like whatever car you ever wanted, when you feel like you can stand next to that same car and still feel more important than it, then you'll understand why receiving God's words and being chosen is the greatest thing ever. Ever. Now you don't need shit. Now your life isn't built around getting shit. Now your life is just built on just living, being alive. Because you feel good. So that changed your whole world. I know now those words go over your head. Like, I'm already living. And I get it. You don't understand. A lot of you do, or some of you do, good. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. The ones who don't, like I said, if you're chosen, you'll be there soon. If you don't give up. By getting pulled back to the people around you, to the old habits, this is what pulls you back. And therefore, you deny God. Simple. He never left you. You run from him. And this is the simple science to break that down to you. And a lot of you is not your fault. And I get why you say it's not my fault. But guess what? Now that you heard every word I said, now it's your fault. Simple. You got the teachings. Go deeper. Go learn. If you need to be disciplined, go pick up a religion. But see it for what it is, though. Know that it's just talking science. But you can use some of the disciplines. It's good. You got to be disciplined in this. You can't be loosey-goosey. That's what we all usually do. We loosey-goosey with stuff. Every day we doing new shit. And that's why when we have bad days, we can't never balance ourselves back, because we can't look forward to going back to our routine, because we're like, we got to look forward to some shit we don't like. And that's why we can't get out of those feelings until we do something we like. So that's why being disciplined, I'm going to do this what I like, this what I like. And usually I get a little bit anxious at this time of day. So this is what I'm going to do for that time. Boom. Then you can start seeing how every day is happening. You fighting it. Boom. You can get pure and pure. But it's a battle with yourself. But, and the dimension you want to get to is the fifth dimension. This is the dimension of pure love, the God conscious, Christ conscious. This is when you become a Buddhist, a Zen master. Because all it is to us we think these are a hierarchy, but all it's really telling you is when you know who you are. The different religions, whatever, tell you this and this, Jesus, he's different. And look, man. You become every single one of these prophets once you fucking start doing the truth. Then you become the truth. Then you can speak the truth. Then obviously you've been sent by God to speak his truth. That's how it works. So speak her truth, its truth. This is how it goes. This is the truth. But specifically what Jesus said, what did he say? He said, those of God hears God's words. Though obviously you can't hear these words, you are not from God. So he's already telling you these words, the words, not the word about him, the words he's speaking is from God. The words I am speaking to you are from God. Simple. These are pure words. It's just up to you if you want to be pure. Like the religions tell you, it's up to you to pledge. So don't wait for God to come out the ground, come from above. He ain't coming. You him. You her. It's simple. The bird is God. Because as humans, we think God is a man. The bird probably think it's a bird. We think birds don't think this, and they think we don't think it. So we gotta just start looking at it like, hey, nothing fucking matters. None of this shit matters. Then you can just be free after that. And now you make shit matter that you want to matter. Nothing matters. So get to the fifth dimension. This is the dimension where you don't judge people no longer. Where you no longer to honestly care what people do. Where you have emotional balance. And where you realize the source lies within yourself. As this energy begins to awaken, you realize you had the power all along. The fear of mind, control, and manipulation drops away. God begins to be seen in everything you see on the outside. Your spiritual eyes begin to flourish, and you begin to see life from the way it was intended. Quotes from the Bible. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. From Jesus. So then, like I said, one would ask, who is God and how can I see him? As they ask Jesus. And he says, I am him. He is me. You are, if you follow these words, you are me, we are him. It's you God. That's why you feel ashamed and guilty of shit you do. Whether you don't need a word to tell you it. Oh, this is bad. It's just a feeling in you that you feel like shit when you do these things. This is why people don't want a God looking down at them, because they don't want people to see them. They're like, well, I gotta be seen and watched. Because you can never run from you. So this is why you feel guilty and ashamed, because you can't run from you. And like I said, I know a lot of us don't understand these things, but you see how simple it is? It just makes you laugh. Like, damn, the whole damn time I've been waiting on me to come. That should be empowering for you. So it's like, what you scared of? God judging you? You him. Or whatever, however you want to call it. It's you. So you judging you. Yeah, hell yeah, you gonna die. But no, I'm just saying that. But yeah, you should get the point. You him. You scared because you scared of yourself. You won't do nothing in life because you scared. But yeah, we think we call ourselves men and women. You see how far from the truth this is? So anyway, once you be able to see yourself as God, then you be able to begin to see yourself as nature. Then you see nature as yourself. Then you will see God's face, which is you and how you truly should be. Simple. Know thyself, says the Egyptian Proverbs. It is not written in your law, I have said you are God, says Jesus Christ. Know thyself and you will know the humans and the gods, says the Greek prophetess of the temple of Ptah, home of Apollo. That's what they all telling you. The whole time they've been telling you this, telling us this. You God. You're God. But we get scared when we hear that. We like, wait, I can't be God. Yeah, you're him or her or it. And it's whatever this should keep you on balance so you don't get too scared of what I just said. Because I know in the beginning I got scared. Like, damn, I always talk. Don't ever say you God. This is what should help keep you balanced with that. You didn't curate yourself, so you know something created you, but you know how you feel about doing good. So that lets you know that his nature is in you. And once you begin to go further understand his religion, then you can clearly see the truth. That God is not in no religion. He's you. And you have to get the knowledge from all of these religions. And everything in the world. Then you begin to grasp wisdom instead of words. Wisdom. Watching life. Seeing. If you can't explain that shit to me in real life, you can't. I don't want to hear that shit. Then you start understanding, oh, nobody's smarter than you in the world. Just learn. It's simple. Once you learn life, no book or nothing nobody knows out of a book can tell you anything. And that's why Einstein, all these scientists, that's all they were trying to tell us. Once a man understands himself, then he knows nothing else can control him on earth. Simple. Everything falls into place. Your true nature, everything. You're loving. Everything falls into who you are. Then you go out and meet other people who are like you. And then you guys, this is how you create it. So if you're a woman and you feeling like you're beautiful as God itself, then you go find a man who's feeling like his most beautiful as godly self. And y'all connect. And this ain't even no super holy shit. This is just real life. Y'all don't gotta you can get married if you choose. I don't judge. Whatever religion told you to do what you do. I say do what you do. I don't. But understand all of this is, go get to the essence of that stuff. But go and find a person, man. You a guy, go find your queen. Fine. So y'all can learn each other. That's gonna help you know yourself. Then guys can stop saying I can't understand women. They can begin to see themselves in women. Simple. Same thing. A woman can see herself in a man. And you can see it. Oh, you be able to understand yourself more. What makes you uncomfortable around this guy, that girl, with this, what that. And you can begin to practice being you. See how they react, see what levels they at. See. But let your actions speak. Let the words come behind the actions. Let your actions want people to ask you how, and then you explain with the words. Stop talking shit. Actions, people. Actions. So anyway, I'm in the video by saying the secret of the ultimate knowledge is inside of us. The secret of love too, and of peace. The one who reaches down to the depths of oneself reaches absolute knowledge. The ultimate sincerity. Nirvana, the state of Buddhahood, the state of heaven. Moksha is in the Hindu saying an experience of total bliss in which no word can explain. No word can explain. And therefore, as in the Bible says, the peace of God suppresses all understanding. The peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your mind in Christ Jesus. This is said by Paul. Once you get an awakening, once you change your perspective, then go and read these religion texts and break it down. That's where the fun began for me. I was like, man, I'm finna have fun with this shit. I already love history. Yeah, this is real life. Man, day one, picked up the Bible and read the whole thing. And lived the whole book. I lived the whole book. I'm not exaggerating. I lived the whole book. I'm still living it now. I left my home to go and learn more. I'm living it. So this is fun shit. Go and read the religions and you can see like, oh, damn, I see. It never said I can't drink. It was just telling me to balance the shit. But I didn't know, so I thought it said don't drink. That's why I never wanted to read it, because there was too much pressure in those books. No, they're just trying to tell you that shit for somebody who need goddamn discipline. You need to get your ass whooped. You need to feel like something's going to whoop your ass for you to be a decent person, which you shouldn't have to, but it's just how our human nature is. So these books tell your ass don't do shit. You need to just sit your ass still. But once you learn like, oh man, I've been running from these books, man, this is the truth. But you gotta face yourself first and be willing. Then you can see, like, oh my God, this shit is amazing now. Now I see, I've been thinking God's gonna smack all our ass. Now I see, like, oh, he just smacking your ass. Why? Because you don't understand. You don't want to understand. So he's really got his. So when that person said the world's fucked up, that's their perspective. For mine, the shit is amazing. See what I'm different perspective, different reality, different dimension, different levels of consciousness. This is real life. How you see the world is not how I see the world, is not how that person sees the world, and not how that person sees either. We make our experiences by our action, cause and effect. All religions, all wisdom, all quests, all summarized in this, the most powerful, the most dangerous thing. Know thyself. Most of the good teachings of knowing thyself resides in the Asian and in the Egyptian ancient worlds of wisdom. Most of the West denied this info to keep people at bay, to be controlled and never being able to do for self, but instead believes on everyone following the system, so they are very anti-self. They're the demons to themselves. And now you see they're a cancer to you if you don't get your shit right. People will throw you off. Your friend, your best fucking friend, word speaking is a demon. However you feel about what I just said is the truth, if they don't understand how to be godly. And you probably are too. And now that you know this, like I said, you can get away from these fears of these goofy shit like demons and ghosts and spirits. And now you know you're a spirit. You know that already. Now you can see this shit for what it is and just laugh and say, why am I scared of anything on this beautiful earth? It's because I'm not aligned with earth. That's why you're scared, because you're not aligned with nature. You think the ant's scared? Hell no, he got stuff to do. I'm not saying you're not going to jump. This is feelings, emotions, but fear is totally different. Fear is different. And so, after time of searching deep within yourself, staring everything inside, talking to those fears and sorrows one day by doings of righteousness and continuously, daily, the fury will open into the sea. Everything is drowned, washed, and free. Another one awakens in you. His order takes your place, and you become what your inner divine seed promised you. Love thyself, and thou shalt love the humans and the gods. The Delphi, oracles of Greece, temple of Apollo. So this is it. You got to practice daily. This is what perseverance and resilience. This is what the religions tell you. Discipline. This is what it is, baby. This is the narrow path. Jesus told you, not many find this. Wide is the gate to destruction. Narrow is the way. Not many find this. That's why I say if you watch this video, you gotta be chosen or very curious, which will lead to you being of understanding your calling. This is how you get your purpose. What we think our purpose is totally wrong. That's why we're never even happy even pursuing that. We just try to make ourselves feel this way. People telling us, yeah, you're doing a good job, big, trying to do that. And we like, yeah, you're right. To find your purpose, you must find yourself. Then you can let your greatness shine. And then you will be inspired to put actions and put the work in. You won't know more. It just feel like you have to put work in. You have to go to school. You have to do this shit. You'll feel empowered to be able to do shit. So this is what it is. Become empowered, man. It's all I'm teaching. It's all I'm learning. It's all I'm bringing to you guys. And like I always say, I'm not a teacher. I'm just a student who's just sharing information. I'm not a savior. I'm not a teacher. I'm not no great big guy. I'm a human. I make mistakes. Whatever. I do all of these things. I'm just a regular person who became enlightened. And hopefully my enlightenment will help you guys. it does a lot for me by just allowing me to make these videos and even have the willingness to even sit and talk this long and not go do something else. So that's why I take it. It's a pleasure for me to help anybody, because I am love, I am peace, I am kind, I am joy, I am happy, I am confident. This is what I tell myself all the time, because it's easy to get lost in this world. So you have to stay focused and always remember who you are. Because so many people around you or wherever are going to be trying to tell you who you should be. So look in the mirror, man, and just talk to yourself. And be gentle. And say, hey, it's all good. We're going to move forward. Today, I say you are a king. I don't give a shit if you feel like you know you're not yet. But I'm speaking it today, because today is the first day we finna become that. That's how you gotta start talking to yourself. Let that master awaken in you. You wanna say you a woman or a man, let that shit rise. Not in an arrogant way. Remember, this is for you, so you shouldn't be arrogant with anybody. It should be you against you. You should be that person who challenged you, loves you, that's you. That's your God side. This is why you develop the ability to talk to yourself more. It's only going to happen once you start addressing yourself. Man. Once you become happy with yourself, then you'll talk to yourself all the time. Like, what you think I should do? You're right, because you know yourself. Going to give you the greatest advice. Once you align yourself with being on that frequency, then you can see how life becomes exciting, how it should be, how you were born to be. You just forgot. You can awaken that DNA in you. Then your ancestors, they say the Akashic records, all this stuff will start exposing. The wisdom, ancient wisdom will come through you. Then you'll start, it's like you tapping into your DNA. You can probably see how your ancestors was. And that should just encourage you more. That now you have a life to actually look forward to. Something that actually matters. Because nothing matters but just knowing who you are and living life. And living it by just knowing who you are. And by knowing who you are, it makes you happy, sad, cry, whatever. It's life. That's all it is. All this other shit, businesses, money, this shit, cars, this is goofy shit. All life is about knowing your feelings and developing patterns to help yourself. So, and cut on your life for others. Help yourself, let others help themselves. And now you see how we can all be in harmony. So like I said, you hate the world, someone out there hates the world. I love the world. I believe in hope. Why? Because I see it in myself. So I believe others will see it too. I believe there's others out there who's seeing it too. I know there's others out there who's doing the same thing I'm doing. And I hope they stay blessed in their journey with themselves and helping others. And I hope they never get lost in others and forget themselves. And that's what happens to a lot of people anyway. That's why I say it's important to tell yourself who you love yourself and talk to yourself so you don't forget. Simple as that. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, The Gifted Academy. And I'm going to end it at that. Robbie G. Let's do it.